Oh, that's right. We are right here this afternoon on WCRS Radio. I am Ann Eller. It is time for Meet Me at the Diner. So how you doing this afternoon? Got a really great guest and a money-making opportunity for some of you out there. Hope you're going to listen up. Hope you're going to be excited about the program. And even if this program is not one for you, maybe you know somebody who is, like somebody that's retired. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Foster Grandparent Program right here from the Piedmont Agency on Aging. Amber Searles is a Greenwood, South Carolina native who serves as the Foster Grandparent Program Director at Piedmont Agency on Aging. You know, the good thing about this, you don't have to take them home, right?
That's right.
That's right. So, Amber Searles, how are you doing today?
I am swell and happy to be here.
Absolutely. This is really nice to have you here. I know you are excited. Now, how long have you been a director over there?
Well, I'm fairly new, Ann.
New.
I've been there since November 7th. But that's all right. Time doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter.
So you have the enthusiasm for the job.
That's right. And I'm going to keep it. Yes. This is something I love to do.
Well, Amber, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, so again, I am Amber Searles. I work for Piedmont Agency on Aging as the Foster Grandparent Director. And what that entails for me, I get to talk to a lot of elderly seniors, and I absolutely...
Wait a minute, over 55 is not elderly. Come on now, Amber.
You're right. You are right. But I absolutely enjoy talking to 55 and older.
Right.
They are so sweet and they give so much wisdom. I was a former school teacher, so I work with students. So I'm not directly working with students now, but I still get to go into schools, mentor, coach the foster grandparents on how to deal with some of the behaviors in school, but none of them really have any bad behaviors. But with my knowledge and expertise, I like to give them those little nuggets that most educators may not give to them to give them success in being in that role.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Now you're from Greenwood.
I am.
You are, and you have a daughter.
I have a daughter. She is 5 years old, going on 50.
Going on 50. Okay.
Yes, and then I have a husband.
A husband too.
Yes,
okay.
Taylor Searles, and we've been married for 15 years.
Wow.
That's
Great.
Great.
Well, Greenwood is such a great place, and I know that you have worked, as you said, in the schools and everything. What brought you to the Foster Grandparent Program?
Well, it was a vacancy, and I just called them just to hear about it. It wasn't anything that I said, okay, I'm going to do, or I hadn't made a decision. I just wanted to research. So I talked to the worker there, and she was telling me, all great things about connecting the foster grandparents to the school system. Mind you, that's my first baby being in the school. So right there, it attracted me. After I got off the phone with her, she said, think about it, and she's like, if you want to do it, we'll schedule an interview. So I thought about it, and I said, why not? Why not do something good in my community? Right. And that's how I end up here.
I think that's great.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So what is the Foster Grandparent Program?
Oh, that is a great question. Before I answer that question, because our mission for Piedmont Agency on Aging is, our mission is to enable seniors to remain independent and in their homes for as long as possible through services like Meals on Wheels, congregate meals and transportation, and the Foster Grandparent Program. So when we talk about the Foster Grandparent Program, we also want to talk about the other things that it covers, but we're going to stay with the Foster Grandparent Program for right now. So it is a program that is sponsored by AmeriCorps Seniors, and it connects.
That's a federal program.
That
right?
is a federal, yes, ma'am. And it connects seniors 55 and older with children who need extra help in social skills, emotional skills, or academic skills.
I suppose we're seeing a lot of this since COVID.
Yes, we are. There's a huge gap in. I just recently talked to a foster grandparent. She works in Lawrence. The foster grandparent program covers Greenwood, Abbeville, Lawrence, and Saluda. So I just talked to a foster grandparent in Lawrence, and she said, Amber, I've been working with a child for a few months, and he was not talking to anyone in the school, and now I'm the only one that he talks to. So that made me happy, because my thing of it all is a child having at least one person that that knows that they believe in them, or they can trust with whatever conversation that they may have. My foster grandparents, I tell them to be mentors, be storytellers, and they're role models in the classroom. And a lot of children don't have grandparents around. And what I mean by that is their grandparents may live out of town or may be homebound. So that foster grandparent, they call them grandmas and grandpas in the school. So that foster grandparent connects them and fulfill a need that they don't have or wouldn't normally have.
Well, and I think from the other side of it, what a relationship for the foster grandparent.
Yes. Because, a lot of our seniors in our community, they're lonely. And this is an outlet for our seniors to go out, talk, be needed, and not just set on a shelf and forgotten about.
Right.
It's an intergenerational thing, because our children now, they need to know about their roots and their past and how Greenwood County came about. So a lot of the foster grandparents can give them that knowledge that is needed, and they love it. They're talking when they normally don't get to talk to anyone at home. That's on the foster grandparent side and on the student side. So it's a great program for everyone, and for, seniors not to just sit at the house and watch TV, or let's make some money. Let's make some money.
Well, that's the other thing. This isn't really a volunteer project.
No. It's called volunteer, but you are a paid volunteer. And the perks of this particular program is that it is tax free. So you don't have to claim it on your taxes.
Okay.
Yes, and then you get mileage reimbursement. So the amount of miles that you travel from home to the school, or the school to home. And we also do Meals on Wheels, of course, and then training and ongoing support. And they accrued annual leave, which is the best part, because if nowadays schools, they get out longer than when we were in school. So a lot of foster grandparents, in order to maintain that money that they're getting in, they will use their accrued leave. Every month they get accrued leave. They get up to $6 in meals reimbursed to them. So we try to take care of them. And the pay is $4 an hour. It may not sound like much right now, but it adds up and it helps. And I talked to one of my foster grandparents during the Thanksgiving season. She said, "Thank you for giving me my check. Now I can buy my turkey." So it's just as simple as that. And get the necessities that they can get, that they need, that they wouldn't normally get. Yeah,
it's an added bonus.
Exactly.
And normally you would probably just be volunteering for a job like this so to get paid. Now, this is a program from the federal government.
It is. Yes, ma'am.
So you get a grant, I guess, Piedmont Tech does. I mean,
Piedmont-
Piedmont Agency on Aging.
Yes, we get a grant. Our grant lasts every 3 years, but of course, before those 3 years are up, we're writing another grant to get more foster grandparents. So yes, and that grant is wonderful. You know, I get on calls every week to learn new things and how I can implement engagement with my foster grandparents to prepare them, to get them ready, and to retain them.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what ages are the children that you're working with?
Great question. So we work in daycares, we work in Head Starts, and we also work in schools. Our grant is for 0 months all the way to 6th grade. So we do have daycares that we put our foster grandparents in. Some of them love it just to hold a newborn baby all day long. They absolutely love it. And we do have pre-K 4, we have kindergarten, and 1st through 6th grade. So all of those primary grade levels will get a foster grandparent. And foster grandparents absolutely love it as well.
You know what the best part is?
What is
you
it?
get to leave them behind.
Right. That's
You
right.
don't have to take them home.
Oh, yes. And that's the great part about it. When people hear foster grandparent, they may think, oh, do they have to stay in the home with me? No. You will be with them in the classroom. And the good thing about it is the foster grandparents cannot be left alone in the classroom. They cannot be used as subs.
That's a good thing.
Yes. So, and they can't clean or mop or do those things. They are there to support the children.
And I guess if you like you said, you like to hold babies or deal with babies, you can put in a preference for that.
Can.
It's not like you've got to do this job right here.
And also, Ann, if you come on, if a foster grandparent comes on and they feel as if the school or the age level is not a good fit for them, they'll just let me know, and no hard feelings on both ends, and we'll transfer you. Reassign you to somewhere else where you feel comfortable. I always tell my foster grandparents, these are your golden years. And I'm just trying to put some extra money in your pocket. And the good thing...
And some joy.
And some joy, yes. And another good perk about it, they can work anywhere between 5 hours a week to 35 hours a week.
God, it could almost be a full-time job.
Yeah, if they want it to be, it could be.
And it's tax-free.
And they can work as little as 5 hours a day or a week. One of my foster grandparents, she only works 4 days a month. And that is okay, because this right now is a paid volunteer, and I just want you to be happy.
Right. Well, and when it's fun, you feel like contributing. Now, what type of things, though, might you have to work with, maybe with some of I'll say the 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds?
Okay.
What would you be asked to do with them?
Yes. So the teachers, they may need support in helping the students read, boosting up their test scores or their math MAP scores. They'll help them with... math, any subject area. The thing about it, the foster grandparent cannot teach, but they can tutor. And they can help cut out things. They can play with the Play-Doh with the kids, go to art with the kids. Just to have that presence. It's not going to be it's not anything that is
stressful.
Is not stressful at all. You just leave it there. You don't have to come prepared. Just come prepared to be with children and work with children. But a lot of those things, and sometimes it's just role models. I just need an extra body in the classroom to help me with the children.
What do you think the biggest thing that our children need today? I mean, you're a teacher. I mean, I'm not talking about subject matter. I'm talking about more from social skills and this type of thing. What do you think our biggest thing our children need?
I think, emotional regulation. Because
Penny has a problem with emotional regulation.
We love Penny. I love Penny, though. I love Penny.
Yeah, she's all over the place. Emotional regulation.
Yes. Because a lot of students don't know what cooperation looks like. They don't know what being assertive looks like, or being a responsible student, or being empathetic towards their classmates, or using self-control. Because all of those things, we may think, nope, I am a teacher and I'm only teaching my subject area. You're teaching the whole child.
Absolutely.
You're preparing them not only for in school or the next grade level, but also in the community as well. If they don't have cooperation, assertiveness, responsibility, empathy, or self-control.
Self-control, that's a good one, right?
Yes! What is this world going to be like? So I think that is the most important piece of a foster grandparent.
And probably hugs.
Oh, yes, that emotional hug. Because it's sad to say a lot of our children, they don't receive love at home. And going back to what we were just talking about, some of them just need something to do or someone to talk to. And that's that element that works on both ends. The foster grandparent needs someone to talk to and give them hugs.
Right.
And the child needs that as well. So it's a win-win for both.
And I think when we talk about screen time and how much time our children are spending on that, that's where it's they're getting, so you can't have them in the schoolroom.
That's right.
In the classroom. But when they go home, parents don't have the time. They put them in front of a screen.
And it's sad, but it does happen. And even with my child, I had to learn, no, just 1 hour of screen time, because what I noticed with her, when she was on her tablet and when we would try to get her off of her tablet, she would go into a rage. And that's not being emotional regulated or using self-control or any of those things.
True, right?
So it damages their attention span, and it also, when something is taken away from them, like, oh God, they will go crazy. And some of them will take that mentality to school. You have gamers, video gamers. But like I tell my daughter all the time, and she's 5, technology is great. I love technology, but you need human to human conversation, contact.
And that's where grandparents
Yes,
come in.
and that's where the foster grandparents come in. Because at school, guess what? You don't have tablets, but you have your foster grandparent.
Well, you think back when you went to school, it was a lot more one-on-one or teacher to child and this type of thing. And they used to have lots of helpers in the schools when I was growing up.
Yes, same. And the teachers love foster grandparents. No matter what school I go in, they're like, our teachers can really benefit from this, because in a planning period, you can't do but a teacher, educator, can't do anything too much in a planning period. So with that foster grandparent, they can help the teacher do cutouts, prep for the next thing, prep for the next day, for the next subject, put notices in the folders, just anything that they need to do to kind of eliminate some of that stress, the small things that the teachers have to do.
Well, I think it sounds certainly like a job that a lot of people would enjoy doing.
Yes.
And if you didn't enjoy it with a particular child or school, we could just be moved, right?
That's right. We can move you,
And
yes.
I don't think I think that sometimes people think, well, I'm a failure if I can't do this.
It's all about partnership. So when I get an application. Of course, like with every job, it's an interview. So I get a feel about the personality of that foster grandparent, their likes, their don't likes. And what I do, I try to put them with someone that I think would match with their likes and their personality. Sometimes, I get it wrong, and it's okay. It's okay. Like you said, we can always transfer them, but during the interview, I do some screening to see, personality and what would fit best for our foster grandparents.
And I think people that quite often we have grandparents here in our community. Maybe the kids have moved their kids have moved away. Their grandchildren don't live here. Mm-hmm. So it's an opportunity to play grandparent without having to do it full time. Exactly.
Yeah. That's fulfilling a need for them.
Right.
Yeah.
So it is a great program. And how many foster grandparents can you have in this area?
So in this area in Greenwood, I'm looking for 8 foster grandparents. It could be more, but right now I'm looking for 8 foster grandparents, and that's not many.
I know.
Yes, I already have 2 in the area, but I want to have 10 in the area. Sure. So if anyone wants to do it, they can always call Piedmont Agency on Aging.
What number do they call?
They call 864-223-0164, and you're going to be prompted to different phone calls, and you just say you want to, extensions, that's what I'm looking for, and you just click on my extension where it says foster grandparent director, and I will be there. And if I am not there, don't just call and hang up. Leave a voicemail, because I want you. I need you. Right. So leave a voicemail, and I will return the call.
And what was that number again?
864-223-0164.
0164.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So write that number down. Think about it. Give her a call. This is Amber Searles. She is the Foster Grandparent Program Director through Piedmont Agency on Aging. It's a great agency. It does so much for our seniors, mm-hmm. and we're blessed to have an agency like that in our area. So now, what do people have to go through to become a foster grandparent?
Great question. So the first step is picking up an application. So you would pick up an application from me, and the paperwork that I would need is a physical to make sure you're in great shape to do it. Your income, how much you're making a year. Like other applications, I need references. And that's pretty much it. An emergency. Oh, yes. But the most important part, background check, fingerprint check, and criminal history check.
Because you're working in the school system.
Because you're working in the school system. And I cannot put anyone in there if those don't come back clear. But we would love for them to come. And then once they turn in that paperwork, once everything is complete, I will then do a pre-service with them. So I would get them, talk them through the foster grandparent handbook to get familiar. I will give them some teacher tips. I'll let them watch some videos so that they feel ready. And after I meet with them, I will have them shadow another foster grandparent or the teacher that they will be helping so that they will be familiar with the procedures and routines. And they have to have 20 hours of shadowing and training. So once that 20 hours is up, you have your own classroom with your own teacher and students.
Oh, that's great. And this is a program that does it. Now, what about in the summertime? I mean, I know we take a longer break. It's not as long as it used to be, but
right.
A longer break. What about summertime?
Summertime, so they have an option. They can either work in the summertime or they can take a break with the kids and start back at that same school with the kids. But I have some foster grandparents that want to work over the summer. Going back to the daycares, I'll place them in a daycare or a summer camp that we're working with. So we always have things for them to do. But again, they're in their golden years. It's their choice. I'm not going to force them, but they're always welcome to come back the next school year.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So once you get into the program,
you're there.
You're there.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this sounds great. So you get paid $4 an hour.
Yes, ma'am.
Kind of harkens back to the days when we all were working, right? Yeah. And they took taxes out on that. They don't take taxes out on this.
That's right.
Yeah. So, what have you found a response from people on the foster grandparents, from people, potential foster grandparents?
A lot of them have teaching background and they just want to go back into the classroom. But a lot of them say, I just need something to do. I've been sitting at the house watching The Price is Right or The Wheel or Fortune, whatever, or their stories.
Right.
And they said the main point is I want to get out of the house for a few hours. That's it.
They need connection.
Yes, they need connection. They want, like all of us, the basic human needs. They want to feel significant, a sense of belonging, and fun, engagement. So they're fulfilling that need.
There's nothing like a child to bring you down to a lower level, is there?
That is true. That is true.
They say the darndest things.
They do.
They
do.
Well, I think this is terrific. I certainly hope that people will look at this program and say it's flexible.
Yes, it is. Very flexible.
If you needed to take some time off, you can take time off. If you want to work up to 35 hours a week, you can work.
And a lot of our foster grandparents, they're scared of doctor's appointments. I can't do it because I have a doctor's appointment. No need to worry. Remember, you're in your golden years. If you need a doctor's appointment, you can work half day and go to the doctor, or go to the doctor and go to the school, or just stay at home. It's completely up to you. With my foster grandparents, I don't want to push them or force them to do anything that they don't want to.
Yeah, because they'll quit on you.
That's right, and I don't need that. I'm trying to keep them. Yes.
That's true. Well, we're going to take a quick break right here. We are here with Amber Searles. She is the Foster Grandparent Program Director at Piedmont Agency on Aging. We'll be right back. If you've got a question for Amber, you can text it to me or call in and leave a message, 864-332-9355. That's 864-332-9355. So you stay right with us, and we will be right back. Let's take it away with a few words, and coming up right now, we will do it here. Here we go. That's right, WCRS and DQ want to know, who do you love? Tell us, and one lucky winner will win a red velvet DQ ice cream cake. Plus 2 lucky winners will win small blizzards. To enter, go to WLMA-WCRSradio.com/Valentine. Fill out the form to enter. We'll draw the winner of Who Do You Love on Valentine's Day, 2/14. With love from DQ and WCRS, because love is sweeter with ice cream. So, who do you love?
There's no place like this place anywhere.
Hey, did you see Bob? He just tried a yoga class, upside down.
And Jane just swam 10 laps while juggling her water bottle.
Somehow, I feel like I belong here.
You do. This is the Greenwood YMCA, where everyone's having fun and everybody knows your name.
There's no place like this place anywhere. Come join the fun and make 2026 the year you belong. At the Greenwood YMCA, there's no place like this place.
Greater Greenwood United Ministry is pleased to announce the expansion of its community food pantry hours. The pantry is open every Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. through the G-Gum Crisis Ministry located at 1409 Edgefield Street. Simply bring a picture ID and receive non-perishable items for yourself or your family. No appointment is necessary. Food is distributed on a first-come, first-served basis. Please call 864-942-0500 and choose option 0 for more information. Greater Greenwood United Ministry offering a hand up to those in life and medical crisis for over 30 years.
Are your children or grandchildren out of the house and you are looking to make a difference? The Foster Grandparent Program in Greenwood County is looking for adults age 55 and older to support children in local schools and child care centers. Foster grandparents provide one-on-one encouragement to children who need extra support, helping them learn, grow, and succeed. Volunteers receive a non-taxable monthly stipend, mileage reimbursement, training, annual leave, and the opportunity to make a real difference in the community. Our children need you. Interested? Call me, Amber Searles, at Piedmont Agency on Aging today at 864-223-0164. Again, 864-223-0164. Join us and help shape a brighter future.
Oh, that's right. We're right back here. My very special guest this afternoon, Amber Searles. She is the Foster Grandparent Program Director at Piedmont Agency on Aging. And I hope you notice my voice is coming back. Maybe by the end of the week I'll have my voice back. It's been froggy and craggy, but sounding, I think, a lot better. We've been talking about the Foster Grandparent Program. I do want to remind you, though, before we go back into talking about that and some of the other programs over there at Piedmont Agency on Aging, is that you have a great opportunity to sign up to win a red velvet ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. All you have to do is go to sign up, go to WLMA, WCRS radio.com/Valentine. That'll take you right to a form. You'll be entered right there. And you can enter not only that you'd like to win the cake for your sweetie, for someone, whether it's a child, an adult, a parent, whoever. Maybe it's yourself. Give us your birth date and you'll get a discount for futuristically. So this is a fun promotion. We'll be giving it away on February 14th, which is a Saturday during Trash to Treasure. So go ahead and sign up for that right now, WLMA, WCRS radio.com/Valentine, or simply go to the website, WCRS1450am.net. And there'll be a big slider box coming across the top. Click on that and take you right to the form. Take you less than 2 minutes to fill it out. Do it because you know what? You can't win if you don't enter. There you go. So, Amber, we're talking about the Foster Grandparent Program. Let's just quickly review. Maybe we have some people tuning in now who would like to know more about it. When you talk about a foster grandparent, that sounds like something like you're going to have to take these kids home and be the grandparent. Foster, that's a key word there. What does it mean?
So a foster grandparent, you're not taking the students home with you. And you're not adopting, so you are adopting a child or a group of children in a school, in a particular classroom, and you will be their role model, that tutor, that confidant and trusting adult that child may need to help with their social skills, emotional skills, or academic skills. it's very rewarding, and it's all in the classroom. And once your day is done, you're done. You can work anywhere between 5 hours a week to 35 hours a week. And guess what? The children don't go home with you.
Well, I think, you say foster grandparent. I was thinking about that. Does that mean yes, right?
Right. No, that does not mean the foster grandparent is just only in the classroom, that helping hand. And as I was saying before the break, a lot of our foster grandparents, they are no longer Mr. or Mrs. such and such. They're grandma and grandpa. And that's what those children need, grandmas and grandpas.
And it fills a need for so many of our seniors who are lacking that connection with children, adults, whoever, right? So it's an opportunity to get out of the house. Now, you say this is a paid volunteer. How does this work?
So, again, you work from 5 hours a week to 35 hours a week. You make $4 an hour.
Tax-free.
That's right. Tax-free. It may sound like little, but it's tax-free. You get all your money. And you also get mileage reimbursement, mileage from home to school to home every day that you travel to the school. You also, each month you accrued annual leave. You can use that leave any way you want to. Some people take that leave and like for spring break, they'll put that leave in for spring break so that they still get the money that they've been calculating.
Now, they also get a meal reimbursement.
Oh, yes. So at a lot of our schools, they have cafeterias. So you got to eat.
Right.
So if you don't bring your lunch, you're more than welcome to bring your lunch. But if you don't, we would love to pay $6 towards your meal a day.
So it's a volunteer position, but it's a paid volunteer program. This certainly can help defray some of those little extra costs, but what you're getting beyond the pay is that relationship with children, and you'd have it every week.
Every week, yeah. And you can work 1 day a week, 2 days a week.
What if your schedule changes or something?
That's a great question. If your schedule changed, just let the teacher that you're working with know, and let myself know, and you're good. You are good, because I know that you have lives. Like this morning, one of my foster grandparents, they woke up sick. So she called me and said, Amber, I'm headed to the doctor. I am sick. She was really sick. So I said, take as much time as you need. So she's out for the rest of the week, and she'll be back with us on Monday.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Now, what about as far as you said you also work in daycares.
Mm-hmm.
Daycares was a lot of people like those babies.
Oh yes, a lot of them rather go to a daycare than inside of a school because of those babies. Right. Yeah. I've actually had someone to ask me, please put me in a daycare. So I'm going to put them in a daycare.
Well, that's what I was saying. Mm-hmm. So if you want to just hold babies or play with babies or little
Let me know your preference.
Sure.
And I'll get you there.
Right. Mm-hmm. So there is a screening process you do have to go through.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's because we want to protect, of course, these children. And we want to make sure that everything is good. So how do you get an application?
So you can get an application from Piedmont Agency on Aging, and that address is 808 Emerald Road, Greenwood, South Carolina. We're sitting right behind Piedmont Tech, the front office of Piedmont Tech. We're right behind it in a 2-story building. You can't miss it. And I always leave applications with our receptionist. And if she doesn't have any, she'll call me. I'll come down and I'll give it to you. But what I tell a lot of my seniors, I want to meet you. So I want to give you the application so we can meet each other. So if you call me and say, Amber, I want to pick up an application. It's your choice whether you want to pick it up from the receptionist or you want to pick it up from me. I found that a lot of foster grandparents will come to the agency to pick it up from me because they have additional questions, and I can also explain the application process to them again.
Sure. And what's that number to call you?
It is 223-0164.
864.
Yep, 864-223-0164. I would love for you to call. And as I said before the break, if I don't answer, don't worry, don't fret, don't hang up. Leave a voicemail, and I promise I will give you a call back.
So, you seem very enthusiastic about this job, Amber.
I am. I love it. I love it. And going back to my background, I was teaching. I love children, and I love the wisdom and the flexibility with senior citizens. So I feel like I get the best of both worlds because I support my foster grandparents by going out to schools, and I'll probably read a book in the classroom or do an activity to let them know that I am here to help you and support you. And if they need to pull me to the side to talk to me, I'm here. Although we're not in a building together, I have an open door policy or open phone policy, however you want to put it. I support you all the way.
Well, I think that's what makes the difference in a successful program. You've got to have a director who is involved. You just can't be tossing them out there to the wind, right? Exactly.
And that when I go in is sometimes for the foster grandparents, it's a relief for them because they feel seen and they feel heard. And I appreciate that they feel that way, and they can come up to me and say, Amber, I want you to visit my classroom during such and such day. And teachers absolutely love it. The more hands, the better, right? In a classroom. Sure. So teachers, I absolutely love it. I never get turned down by a teacher to visit the classroom.
I think that's great. That's great. So that's the foster grandparent program. No, you don't have to take these little boogers home with you.
No, you do not.
You get to leave them behind at the school or at the daycare.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
You get to form a relationship with them. And, I think the other thing is you're helping children grow up. And we need that. That COVID was just so hard on our children.
And I think the main thing that I noticed that was missing from COVID is that social piece. Because they had to do, even kindergartners had to do it online. They couldn't talk to their neighbor or their partner. So we're having to fill that academic gap, that social gap, and that emotional gap that happened during the pandemic.
Well, I think even learning to talk.
Yes.
That's a problem, particularly when you had teachers with masks on. The children could not see the mouths moving and this type of thing. They say all these things are really coming back to bite us in the butt now.
And it is. I have not seen any of it, but I've heard stories. So I agree, it is. And I felt so sorry for the kindergartners during COVID. And I feel like those are the ones that they're growing up. They're in upper primary. Yeah. So we're there to help them and fulfill that need that they're lacking.
That's right. So if you could help them out, they sure would appreciate it. It's a win-win situation. I mean, you get a little bit of money, you get a whole lot of love.
Yes.
Oh, a little bit of money, a whole lot of love, reimbursement for mileage, food. I mean, what more can you want? And, gets you out of the house and gets you doing something productive.
Yes, it sounds like an all-inclusive stay somewhere.
It does. Sounds like a vacation.
Yes, not really.
Yeah. Anyways, this is what we've got going on. Now, we did want to touch on was Piedmont Agency on Aging, the Meals on Wheels. There was a big article in the Index Journal the other day about some of the challenges that they're facing with some of the cuts and everything to the programs. What can you tell us about that?
So we are encouraging a lot of people, Sunday school classes, book clubs, clubs in general, we are needing people to help fix the plates for the senior citizens. The seniors for Meals on Wheels. And that doesn't take but like an hour. We're needing people on the line to serve. And when I say on the line to serve, you're not serving seniors directly. You are preparing and packaging the meal so that the meal goes out on the wheels.
Right.
For
so
delivery.
The meals goes out on the wheels. I like that.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're also needing more people to help carry those meals to the seniors. And it doesn't have to be every single day. It can be just one day or 2 days or all the days. That would be perfect. But we are needing to fill those gaps so that we can properly give our seniors what they need, and also in a timely manner of what they need. We're always, like I said, we're always looking for volunteers, your company volunteers. And I just went to Piedmont Tech to speak to some of the students at Piedmont Tech. We can even get volunteers for Piedmont Tech. Just go right up there and get your intern hours to serve the community. What a great way to serve your community.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to be young or old to work on Meals on Wheels. You just have to have a willing mind and heart
That's right.
to do it.
And if you're delivering meals, you need a vehicle.
You need a vehicle. Yes, you need a vehicle. And it's very important if you deliver Meals on Wheels, you're also doing a wellness check on those senior citizens. That Meals on Wheels, that volunteer may be the only person that senior is communicating with that day, or human interaction. So they love to see it, and it's so rewarding. I had the opportunity to serve on the line to package meals for the Thanksgiving holiday. And I always say my job is a ministry. It's not a job, it's a ministry, because you know that it's going towards something that matters and something that counts. We may not see it in the long run, but we know it.
Right, absolutely. And that warm meal. And then they also have the meals where the frozen meals,
Yep.
do they still have those?
Yes, ma'am. We do have frozen meals that we prepare for them.
For a week at a time.
For a week at a time. Yes, ma'am.
So there's all different ways
Yes.
that the meals need to get to people.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
And we're always looking for drivers, whether it is for transportation, because we do have a transportation department. And some people don't know that Piedmont Agency on Aging take seniors to doctor's appointments, dialysis, do their essential shopping. So we also offer that as well. And we also have senior centers. And at the senior centers, you get to meet other seniors, you play games, you listen to guest speakers, you listen to guest performances. It's just something to do in the morning to allow you to have that social interaction and keep the cognitive juices flowing in your brain, because as you get older, you're at risk. So we are trying to keep our foster grandparents active. And in Greenwood, Miss Ruth is in Greenwood, and she does amazing with our seniors. And if anyone out there,
Where is the senior center here in Greenwood?
it is at Piedmont Agency on Aging.
Oh, it's at the
all of
access.
us. Yep, all of us are in the same building. Yes, ma'am. And if you have a loved one that could benefit from that, just call Upper Savannah, and they can provide the assessment and get them rolling into the program. And for the senior center, you can start out at the senior center, get a feel of how you like it, and then that's when Upper Savannah will come and assess the senior, and then you're in it.
Mm-hmm. And then they have one in 96, I think.
Yes, ma'am. They have one in 96. So if you're in 96, we are looking to fill our senior center in 96.
Okay.
Yes.
And then one in Abbeville?
We have one in Abbeville, Saluda, and Lawrence.
Yeah.
All the counties that we serve.
Right. So it's a great place. And don't they actually can go there and have their meals? And
Oh, yes, they eat lunch there. You know,
It's a sense of community.
It is, and the meals is already prepared for them. It's warm, it's good, it's nutritious.
And they're supposed to be, aren't they supposed to be, depending on your dietary needs or something?
Yes,
too?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So this is a great program. I think it's a tireless one. It's one that's been around for years, and a lot of people, it's not one of the, I'll say, sexy ones.
Right.
But it is a necessary one. And I have known over the years, people who have worked Meals on Wheels, have driven routes, and they become very attached to the people on the routes.
That is true. We have one worker. She works in transportation now. She's the assistant